A very good evening to every single one of you. Thank you so much indeed for joining us here at Ideal World. My name is Mike Mason, and the next hour you are about to see could potentially change your life. I have a question for you. Are you happy in the job that you're in at the moment? Because they say if you find a job you love, you never work a day in your life. Do you dread getting up on a Monday morning? Do you have to claw yourself out of bed? Are you just reluctant to go to that place? And the only reason why you're going to that place of work is because of the money, because it provides for your family. It's one of those catch-22 situations, isn't it? Where you know you have to when you really don't want to. Well, I've been very, very fortunate in my career. I have a job that I love doing, and it's a real honour to present an opportunity to you that really could change the rest of your life. Because don't suffer doing something you don't want to do. Find the things you love, and then the rest of it just becomes so easy. This is an hour dedicated to what's called the job show. It's basically an opportunity presented to you to put talent and opportunity together. You being the talent and the job show being the opportunity. It's an incredible fair, it's an incredible collective of individuals that get together where there are hundreds of jobs waiting for you. For you. There are hundreds of jobs out there, but some of you don't know where to go to find the jobs. Well, that's what the job show is. It's a show of opportunity, putting you with the right people to hopefully give you the life that you want and deserve. And it's always a pleasure to introduce to you the co-founder and the managing director of the job show, Caroline Connaughton. But we've also got as well a plethora of ladies that are going to be offering opportunity to you. Give us a wave, girls. Always a pleasure, including North Middlesex Hospital NHS Trust and also the Body Shop at Home as well. Ladies, we'll get to meet you a little bit later on, but thank you so much indeed for joining us. Now, are you happy in what you do? If you're not, then seriously, guys, the next 60 minutes might be the catalyst that changes everything for you. It might be the one thing that makes that frown turn upside down. Cliche after cliche will present itself, but listen, these are not cliches, these are life-changing opportunities. Now, a very, very lovely lady, Caroline Connaughton, is in the studio, and as I've told you, she's the managing director and co-founder of the job show. You need to know a little bit more about this girl, because literally, opportunity is a moment away. Watch.
Hi, my name's Caroline Connaughton. I'm Managing Director of the Job Show, and I set up the Job Show in 2013 along with my director and co-founder Victoria Clark. We decided the Job Show was a very important aspect to recruiting in the UK, basically because in today's electronic and impersonal environment, everyone's uploading CVs, but they don't get the opportunity to talk face to face and sell themselves. So the job show is really about people coming along, rather than their CV doing the talking, they get the opportunity to talk directly to a decision maker. And that's what it's all about. So it's people by people, and we think our event really allows that to happen. So it's very important for the UK, and we're travelling all over the UK, spreading the benefit really of the job show, so it's great. Football clubs are great venues because they're destination venues, so most people within the local area know of the football club, but they have to go out of their way to come. So as soon as they come through the door, the recruiter knows that that individual has made a conscious decision that they either want a new job, or they want to train for a new job, or get a new career, so they know that they're already pre-qualified. They come through the doors, they're not just passing, they're seriously interested in a job.
So I bet right around about now you are filled with intrigue. You might be thinking, really? Is it that easy? Can I change my life by changing my job? Can I really find something that I love doing instead of having to do? Then yes is the answer. But I want to introduce you now to the managing director and co-founder of the job show. It's a pleasure to sit alongside the wonderful Caroline Connaughton. Hello, my lovely. How are you?
Mike. I'm very well, thank you. Yeah, very well.
We've done this before.
We have.
And you are changing lives every single day.
We are, yes, and we've had fantastic results recently. We've been all over the UK. Well, I literally say all over the UK. We're at Leicester last week, had fantastic time. So lots to tell you and lots to talk about.
So if I may, for people sat at home right now, very, very intrigued by what we've already said, but we haven't really said much yet.
Yeah.
What exactly is the job show?
Right, the job show is a quality face-to-face recruitment and careers event. What that really means to the viewers at home is it allows the person behind the CV to get in front of the CV and sell themselves to a decision maker, a recruiter, and what better person to sell yourself than yourself. So rather than, really the problem with a lot of people, they upload their CVs, often they don't get response back, and really this gives you the opportunity to talk directly, sell yourself rather than the CV do the talking. Sometimes your CV may not be as strong as all that, you may have a fantastic personality and you need the opportunity, but the CV is not getting you in front of the recruiter.
Yeah.
So this gives you that edge, really.
So often a CV is something you send to a faceless individual, isn't it? You don't know who's looking at it, if anybody's looking at it, but what you're actually doing is you're giving the talent, the individual, a chance to shine just by showing their personality, showing their keenness, their eagerness.
Absolutely. I mean, a good friend of mine once said, if I've got an ounce full of enthusiasm for a handful of certificates, and I think that's so true. If you are enthusiastic, your CV may not stack up, it may be perfect, but it's not getting you in the door. So this gives them the opportunity to come to our venues. We pick Premier Division football clubs mainly because they're good destination venues. Everybody knows of them within their own local area. If you come to our event, you register before you come in. So we have some idea before you get to our event, because it's an enclosed area. We know who's coming in, what sort of company, what sort of individuals are coming, and what sort of roles they're looking for.
Yeah.
So we try to match the roles so that we have the right jobs for the people when they get into our venues, which is most important. We can't do it all the time, but if we get inundated with people looking for construction jobs, we can aim to get as many jobs as possible in that venue, so hopefully they will find something there for them when they come.
What I love about it is the simplicity of the idea and the brilliance of it, because they always say the simplest things are often the smartest and the most brilliant, because a lot of people know that there are jobs out there, but they don't know the first place to go to try to find the jobs. Obviously, there's the obvious places, but that again tends to be more of a rigmarole and forms being filled out and with no achievement.
Yeah,
you're actually putting individuals with the people that are looking for employees.
Absolutely. I mean, I think the problem is with today's society, we tend to forget what is out there. There's a whole plethora of jobs that you can go for, and until you actually come along and talk to some of these companies, I mean, today we've got people like the NHS coming in. They have huge amount of roles that they have on opportunities for people, but actually people don't realise that if they talk to the NHS, there might be loads of things they could apply for, but they tend to just think, oh, it's doctors or nurses and there's nothing else there for me.
Yeah.
But that's it. So it's breaking the barriers, allowing people to talk, getting the recruiters out there to talk to individuals and find the right roles for them.
How's the job show doing?
Oh, really, really well. I mean, we've been now sort of running for over 3 years. We've done our 34th show, which we did last week at Leicester City Football Club. And I have to say, thanks a million to Leicester City Football Club. They were really
They've done well
great.
just recently,
oh,
haven't
they done well? And we had an event there last week where we had over 1,000 people come through the doors. We had over 1,000 roles. It'd be nice to think everyone got a job that day, but it was packed out. It was absolutely heaving. And yeah, superb venue. We're now looking forward to our next event, which is on the 26th of May, and it's at the Emirates Stadium at Arsenal. And again, it's going to be a fantastic day. We've got some superb companies coming along, so really looking forward to that one.
I'm going to tell everybody how they can get involved in this, because you might be thinking, right, so, OK, where do I sign up? How much is it going to cost me? Wait. It's way simpler than that, and it's not going to cost you a penny. Now, did you just hear one thing that Caroline did say? At the last event, there were thousands of jobs waiting just for people like you to fill the roles, to take up the positions. So if you're thinking, my perfect job isn't out there, it doesn't exist, wrong. That's you being dismissive, maybe a bad taste in your mouth through bad experiences. That's what the job show does. It turns a bad experience into a positive one, potentially gives you the life you want. It's incredible, isn't it? So, the next event, where's it going to be? Well, I've got all the details for you. As you can see, the next event is in London. That's North London, Thursday, the 26th of May. And that's at the Arsenal Football Club. Now, some of you might be saying, oh, I know where that is. Even if you don't, it's one of those points of interest in satellite navigation systems, and it's signposted as soon as you get into that area. Now, you might be thinking, right, so how do I register for this, Mike? Now, that's where things get really simple. Now, first and foremost, you can log on to our website, ideaworld.tv/the job show. Just go to our website, you'll see the logo. Now, for people that are very technologically minded, you will see that little scan code. It's called a QR code. If you hold up your tablet device or your mobile phone device to that, that will take you straight to the registration form. Now, I know what the next question is. You're thinking, right, I'm going to be filling out forms for hours and hours. Again, wrong. It's so simple. On our website, idealworld.tv, you will be greeted with this page. As soon as you land on it, you will see the page appear like so. Just click that area where we are highlighting for you. Now that is the registration form. All we simply need is your name. We just need some details from you, and you just literally have to register for the event that you want to go to. The job show will contact you thereafter. We don't ask for any details to be uploaded like CVs and qualifications. You are going to represent you. You are the best advocate to let people know how good you are. And that's what the job show does. It puts talent, you, together with opportunity. Brilliant. So where's that next event? The Arsenal Emirates Stadium, Thursday, 26th of May, and that's North London. Now, after that, you might be thinking, oh, I can't make that one, Mike. Is there another one? Yes, on the 17th of June, the Rico Arena, Coventry and Warwickshire, okay? So that's where the next one is. What have you got to lose? Absolutely nothing. Now, Caroline, it's been a very, very busy couple of years, hasn't it?
Very, very busy. Yeah, we've been inundated. We've been rushing around all over the place, and keeping up with it is quite hard sometimes. But we get there, so that's amazing.
So your next event, you've got loads and loads of sponsors. Can you tell us some of the people that are going to be there?
I mean, you're going to hear shortly from the North Middlesex University Hospitals NHS Trust. I think they're talking about all of their roles. We've also got the Body Shop at Home. They're going to be at Arsenal as well. So really looking for there again. They'll be on in a few minutes to tell you all about their roles. But attending on the 26th of May at Arsenal, we've got Thomas Sanderson Blinds. They've got a whole range of roles from field sales designers, installers and valeters. We've got hundreds of jobs in hospitality and catering. And these roles are all over London. In fact, they're all over the UK. So I mean, I think they're really good. And the company there is Creative Events. We've then got hundreds of roles in health and social care from Outlook Care and the Priory Group, two really good companies to work for. And again, people forget about social care, but it's a great career to get involved in. A lot of career growth for people. Tesco's are coming along, tescos.com. They're looking for customer delivery drivers, good customer service skills, excellent training and development. Fantastic company, as you know too well, I'm sure, get your groceries. They're superb. They'll be there on hand with all of their roles. We've got B&M stores, which are looking for talented people, retail professionals, to join their team. Now, they've got over 500 stores throughout the UK. So again, we're not just talking London. These are companies all over the place. We've got Allianz, the Global Financial Services Organisation. They're looking for customer service agents. And also Busy Bees. Now, Busy Bees is a fantastic company. If you're into childcare, they're the largest childcare provider in the UK, and they have over 250 nurseries nationwide. They're looking for nursery managers, assistant nursery managers, and qualified early year educators. So again, great company to work for, and lots of training in that company. Hermes are looking for couriers. And Hermes is a good company. You can work around your hours. So again, I mean, I know a very good friend who works for Hermes. She has children. She does it all in the hours that suits her. Good company to work for. We also have the Prince's Trust. Now, they're celebrating their 40th anniversary. They've helped over 825,000 young people throughout the UK, ages 13 to 30, and they help them to get into jobs. They give them education and training. They're working with disadvantaged young people, and they help them to get back into work, and they offer all of the education and training to go with that. So again, if you're a young person, you want help, do come along. It does prompt the question now, because a lot of these you're kind of thinking, okay, so I need to be young, full of vigour and verve, but you don't, do you? Because you've got spectrum jobs from 16 right to 60. No, everything. I mean, people have said to us, oh, well, what age group, what demographic? There is no demographic. If you want a job and you really have that, urge, you need to get some work, you need to come to the job show and talk to people and find out what you need, if you need training, if you don't, there's so many roles to suit everyone, just to get in. I always say to people, if you want to get a good job, get into a job and then move on from there. So we've got the National Career Service. They're coming along because we do have a big apprenticeship and training centre within all of our events. So the National Career Service, they come along offering a full CV workshop. So say you are someone who hasn't got a CV and you want help with your CV, again, do come along to our event because they are there to help you. So as I say, we've got the whole apprenticeship and training centre. This, at the Arsenal event, that's being led by the College of Haringey. So the College of Haringey, Enfield and North East London, again, they've got over 100 apprenticeships for young people. And so a young person coming along, you know, it is a whole spectrum here. So you've got something for everyone. We've got the Shaw Trust, which are for the National Employment Disability Learning and Skills Charity. Again, a very good charity for anyone of any disability. There's something for everyone.
I was about to say, it's fair to say there is quite literally something for everyone.
There is. I mean, we, you know, I believe we can't be the whole, you know, one-stop area, but we have something literally, I think, for everyone on this particular show coming up. So how impressive is that? Now, I have to be honest, we've done shows like this before, myself and Caroline, and also her partner as well, Victoria, an incredible pair of ladies, they really are. On one of the shows, one of the recruitment agencies was actually at one of the job shows, had 550 jobs on their book at that one time. That's just one recruitment agency that goes to the job shows. So bear that in mind. But there's so many other employers that go to the shows as well. And on a previous job show, there were so many there.
I officially open it. Hooray! The job show!
The most beneficial aspect is definitely engaging with people and having that face-to-face conversation gives us that opportunity to get to know them and see if they're going to fit into our business well.
And we've had quite a few interested people that have come up to the stand have actually been really interested in looking for a career within the Royal Air Force or information on how they can go about getting a career in the Royal Air Force.
So it gives us the opportunity to get to meet people face-to-face, which we don't always get to do.
They considered it to be beneficial for the business with the opportunities that we have that we can offer.
You get a bit of a first impression with people, of actually meeting them before they apply as well. Sort of find out the people who want to look for a job, they come here and they look for a job and want to work.
I would use the job show again because it's a way of getting out there and speaking to people directly instead of waiting for them to come to you, really.
So hundreds of employers at the job show, thousands of opportunities for people just like you. Now, you might be thinking, but does it really change lives? I want to introduce you to a gentleman called Jamal. Jamal was just like you, not happy doing what they were doing, so took a chance, made a very, very simple visit to the website, filled out a registration form. Do you know what? Jamal will explain himself. Watch this.
I'd like to introduce the next dance crew. Young people chasing their dream and their career paths. I was one of them young people. I attended the job show last year and I was an apprentice and now I'm fully employed. Job show dance crew.
Today we have the Job Show Dance Crew. We here at the Job Show support young people seeking their career path and of course living their dreams. Today what we have here is a collaboration of dance to engage with the community and let them know that the Job Show is for everyone and especially our young people who want to live their dreams.
The Job Show is a quality face-to-face career and recruitment event. It's about allowing the person behind the CV to get in front of the CV and do the talking and not let the CV do the talking. From the employer's point of view, it's about engaging with the local community. They get to talk to potential quality people. And in today's electronic world, it's not about, there's so many opportunities to upload CVs, but we're trying to break that. We want people to talk to one another. HR is, after all, about human resource. And why are we not talking to one another? Technology has taken over. People by people, when you meet someone, you know instantly whether you like them or whether you don't, whether you can train them into your organisation. And that's really what the job show is all about. It's breaking down all the barriers, allowing the person out of the CV to get in front of a decision maker and sell themselves.
It really does change lives, and it's as simple as that. What have you got to lose? Absolutely nothing. What have you got to gain? Potentially the life that you want. Waking up in the morning smiling and being happy and excited to go to a job that you love. So many people just dream of, but that's what the job show does. It makes your dreams come true, quite literally. And I'm sat with one of the dream makers. I'm sat right here. Tell us a bit more about Jamal, because what you were telling me as we was watching that, it's astonishing.
Yeah, well, Jamal came to us as an apprentice. And he trained with us because that's what we like to do, is take young apprentices, train them up, and then they go off. Sometimes we employ them and then they go off and find other work, which is exactly what happened with Jamal. And when he came to work for us, we found out he was a great street dancer. So he headed up and still does our dance crew, street dance, the job show dance crew. And we use this just literally to promote the event, sometimes to the young people, because Jamal actually felt that was a good way to reach out to young people. So hence why we got involved with that. And it's gone really, really well. So Jamal actually has now moved on to another company, which he found through the job show, because he actually later left and then came back and went to one of our events. And actually he moved to Birmingham, and that's how he came into one of our Birmingham events and found a job in Birmingham. So fantastic testimonial if you want anything, you know.
I think it's incredible, and I think it's heir apparent what we're starting to realise now. Some people rely on a qualification or a piece of paper to represent themselves, and really in some instances that works, but in an awful lot of instances that doesn't. When you actually get to look into the eyes of someone and represent yourself, your skill set, your personality, sometimes it's not about your qualification, it's what you bring, the colour that you bring to a job. It's not necessarily whether you can fill that job with all of these wonderful qualifications. My granddad once says, give me the greedy man, not the talented man, because they're the man that's still in that factory at 10 o'clock at night, earning the money and working hard for his family. Now, whether or not you agree with that or not, it makes no difference. But the fact is, opportunity is out there. The job show puts you together with it. And here is the testimonials from so many more candidates that have been to the job show.
Okay, I'm very happy to declare the job show open.
There's a plethora of different opportunities, whether it's care, customer service, admin. I also know that there are training courses as well.
To be honest, I've been in my job for 34 years. I never thought at my age I'd be looking for a job. But it's a new opportunity and I thought I'd come down and have a look.
It's been a good opportunity to see what jobs are available for people who find it quite hard online, that aren't successful, maybe because their CVs aren't really what people are looking for, but a physical approach can be a lot easier for some people, which I personally find.
I think it helps the young people find out more about what's actually available at these organisations. So you see a lot of these organisations around regularly, but you don't actually know what jobs or what roles are available or how to apply.
I've never been to a job fair. This is the first one, and there's so many opportunities that you could choose from.
I went up and registered to make sure I can see where the future job fairs are going to be. Even if they're out of London, it's worth the trip.
These young people get the chance to actually show their character and their personality firsthand to potential employers. They can sell themselves in a lot better way.
Quite impressed because there's a variety of different companies and job roles for everyone, really.
I would definitely use the job show. Again, I think it's a really good opportunity for people that are finding it difficult or just people that are looking for work, really.
That if I'd have seen something like this when I was young, things definitely would have been different for me.
So there you go, loads and loads of candidates, loads of opportunity, and it really is potentially just a registration form away. Now, I want to introduce you to two guests now. First and foremost, I'm going to be introducing you to, from the North Middlesex University Hospital NHS Trust, Janet Solderay and Helen Rushworth. Ladies, a pleasure to meet you both. I'm not going to tell people your job titles. I'd like you to do that first and foremost. But you're here because, now I wasn't aware of this, but we met earlier on and we chatted, that the NHS has got an absolute plethora of opportunities just waiting for people to fill them.
It has indeed, yes. I'm Helen Rushworth. I'm Director of Human Resources at the North Middlesex University Hospital Trust, and we have about 350 different roles in the NHS.
And I'm Janet Solderay. I'm Assistant Director for Organisational Development, and absolutely 350 roles. And the NHS also employs over 1 million people.
See, now, please forgive me, and this is something you both educated me earlier on, ladies. When I think NHS, I instantly think, okay, I need a medical degree. I need to be able to do this. I need to be able to do that. I need to be proficient in chemistry and physics and stuff, and that was very naive of me, wasn't it?
It was indeed. If you want to be a doctor, of course, yes, you do have to be proficient in all of those things.
Yes.
If you want to be a nurse, you have to have a good understanding of those, but there are very, very many roles in the NHS. Huge hospitals have huge back sort of functions. There's finance, there's HR, there's IT, there's an enormous range of roles, and there's other technical roles as well.
There is anything from, we need everything from gardeners up to, Helen said, doctors, nurses, but in between there's a plethora, and all of them people support patient care in one way or another.
Now, what I wasn't aware of, you offer apprenticeships.
Yes, we do. We offer a lot of apprenticeships. We are one of perhaps North London's leaders with apprenticeships, and Janet has led a huge programme of developing that for us.
We do. We have an extremely successful programme, and as Caroline spoke earlier, we use the College of North East London actually for our apprenticeship model for training. Huge apprentices, 16 to 24-year-olds, an opportunity for them. Probably would have never thought of NHS as a career. Successful, extremely successful. Probably 90% of our apprentices have got successful employment either within our trust or within another hospital trust, and the other 10% have either gone on to further careers or they've gone into other organisations in the private sector.
Yeah, and one of our apprentices actually went to train as a doctor.
Yeah. Fantastic.
So,
now, obviously we know the NHS is an incredible trust, but you also promote local community jobs, don't you, as well?
Yeah, North Middlesex, one of our strategic objectives is to be the employer of choice for our local community. So we want to recruit the people who live in our area, we want them to work in our area, and of course they're our patients as well. So we're a real sort of centre of the community hospital, and that's something that's really, really important to us. So we want to have our own job fairs, but we also want to be part of these sorts of job fairs, get people coming along. You know, to see everybody at Emirates will be fantastic because that's not far from where we are. So yes, we are based in our community and for our community.
Now, again, forgive me, ladies, because my questions I have to speak for, I think, the large percentage of people, because they might be thinking to themselves, okay, an NHS trust job or an NHS job is going to be based in hospitals. Are all the jobs just based in hospitals?
No, they're not. If you think about care, because it's a caring profession, care's out in the community. So GP practices, your local doctors, clinics in the community, going into patients' homes and caring for them in homes. There's roles there, out in various clinics out there. There's a lot of range. There's a huge range. You know, you've got your district nurses, but you've also got your support workers out there. There's also the administrators out there. So you don't have to be isolated to just a hospital.
Now, we spoke obviously about the apprenticeships, and we know that there is an age, if you will, for those apprenticeships. I know a lot of things are going to be changing very, very soon, which you can give us some more details about. But are the jobs that are available just for maybe 16 to 25-year-olds, or are there further jobs as well?
No,
sorry, Helen, you go.
We have jobs right across the age range.
Yeah.
The apprenticeships are a fixed age group at the moment because that's what the rules and regulations say.
Yeah.
But we will employ anybody who comes to us with the right skill set, with the right attitude, and who wants to put the patient at the centre of everything they do. Whatever your job is, the patient's at the end of what you're doing, and that's what's so important to us.
Now, what about if people, they know what they want to do, but they might not be qualified or trained? Is training given?
It is, absolutely. Everybody, regardless of what role you come into, there will always be a format of training. The Trust is very supportive of that. And that's what the advantage of working for the NHS is. You know, as a career,